not a darn thing until you guys do what you do. Bobby, do it.
All right, here we go, guys. Guys, don't come out on stage until we show them how great this audience is in Chicago. We'll get you. We're gonna rock out a little bit. Let them hear how excited you are, and then they're gonna come out. We're almost there, fellas. Here we go. Any way you want it, that's the way you need it. Any way you want it. She loves to laugh. She loves to sing. She loves everything. She loves the move. She loves the groove. She loves a lot of things. Here we go. All night, every night. So hold tight, woo! Now even all night. Here we go. Any way you want it, that's the way you need it. Any way you want it, that's right. Any way you want it, that's the way you need it. Any way you want it. I was alone, I never knew what love could do. Fooling me today, all my loving things. All night, every night. So hold tight, woo! You better hold tight, Chicago. Any way you want it, that's the way you need it. Any way you want it, that's right. She said, any way you want it, that's the way you need it. Any way you want it, wow!
Nice.
He's back.
Nice to see you back and jumping, Jared Padalecki. Nice to see you nimble.
You're carrying me home, so. Hi. Ladies and gentlemen, loud and swing.
Well, I'll tell you what, why don't we go ahead and make this official?
Let's do it.
Good people of Chicago, namely the neighborhood of Rosemont, put your hands together for Mr. Jensen and Jared Padalecki. Give him hell, fellas.
All right. How we doing, Chicago? That's what I thought. What? Any first timers? Welcome to the family, and apologies. Anybody here in Chicago for the OG convention in 2007 that started us all? All right, you can blame them. Everybody just raise your hands. You can blame everybody who was here 15 years ago when we very first kind of started doing this.
Just somebody raise their hand over there like this. Yeah, still here.
Like shameful. Great to meet you guys for the first time. Those who's first time, and the familiar faces that we've seen dozens or maybe 100 plus times. Always great to see y'all. Really happy to be here. It's been a hell of a couple of years. You know? Love you back. You came.
No, I think they said.
Back. Thank you. That's kind of what it sounds like. It's also right below the light, wherever that voice.
I can't see anything. It's like very wide headlights coming right at me.
That's good. But before we just sit up and jabber, we want to get some audience questions so we can hear what y'all have to say or ask. So, left side, strong side. Left side. No. Camera left. No.
Stage
Yeah.
left. Camera left.
Camera left.
Left.
Left. This way.
My left.
Left always points to the right. I did this, we had a guest star. We used to do this in Supernatural. But we'd be like, camera left, so just remember, hold your hand up, and left always points to the right, so you know where left is. And they're like, that doesn't make any sense.
What if you hold this one up?
See, that's not an L. L's go like that, and they point to the right. Or for M, for camera, L points to the right. Again, I apologize, thank you guys.
Why don't you just see yourself out?
I'm gonna take my friend over here who's like, yeah, I was here.
All right, so what side are we doing? Did we decide?
Camera.
So right or right side?
Not for them.
No, for me.
Correct side. Yes, right to you.
Right to me.
Yes.
That sounds right.
Right side. How are you?
Great, how are you?
She paused ever so slightly, like, y'all done?
Yeah, been sitting here waiting to ask a question.
We're doing great.
You guys have so much going on, beautiful families, the careers, everything. What's something you haven't done yet that you want to do?
Oh wow.
I don't know if I can say.
I can say, but it doesn't stand for him. What I would like to do but haven't done yet, again, he can't say this, turn 40. He's already way past that. So, you know?
I'd like to turn 40 again.
Fair enough. That's a great question. You know, I think I am so grateful. I mean, he and I have talked about this on stage sometimes, we talk about it privately, but this is so wild. Like, thinking back to when we met in a room with 15 execs who were like, you got a show, to now, and it's been, you know, since 2005 to here we are today, talking about this show that we spent all this time on and all these literal blood, sweat, and tears, and to still bring a family together, be a part of a family that's brought together. So I'm really happy with what's going on my side of the equation. But we did talk earlier today. We have to do some project, Ackles and I have to do some project where we see each other and do, maybe we could do like a triple take, or the whole, have you done a triple take lately? Did you work in a triple take to the
Every time I pass a mirror.
That wasn't even that good. That wasn't.
It's great what he said.
It's the timing. So if we can do one of those, if we can catch one of his triple takes on camera, I'll be happy.
That's what they just did.
Truer words are never spoken.
Something that we wanted, or that I want to do that we haven't done yet. The reboot of Supernatural.
Would y'all be up for that? Because we have an announcement to make. We'd be up for it as well. I'm about to get my ass kicked. Thanks
So much for being secretive.
Thank you so much for your
You
question.
know, I was told, somebody told me backstage that out of this whole group, that I'm the most secretive one of them. And I can't tell you how much that means to me.
Even Norton is not going to give you a rim shot. Is it Billy Madison? He's like, I am now dumber for having heard your answer. That's how I feel.
Well, you know, speaking of turning 40, I remember when I turned 40, somebody gave me a coffin. And I thought to myself, that's the last thing I need. Welcome back, I missed you.
We didn't miss you. Thank you for your question. That's good. Jeez. Hey, did you hear about what's the neighboring city in Chicago? I just watched the news this morning. Glen Ellen. Lady got hit by a train. Left side of her body fell off. She's all right now. All right now. Still alive. She's buckled over.
I'm Tia from the Chicagoland area.
Glen Ellen?
No.
Are you all right? I'll take it.
Just want to say, Jensen, I'm already in love with Soldier Boy already. It's amazing. And when Supernatural gets rebooted, what is your dream plot for the first season?
Flashback episodes. Hey Dean, you remember that time? We'll film like 55 episodes in one day.
I don't know. I've given this some thought. I thought one idea, not to say that this would be it or something, but I thought one idea that could be cool is to treat it like True Detective and have like one big case that the brothers work for 10, 12 episodes, and just that be it. Just like come back for like one big massive case.
So you want to break their hearts again?
Yes. Or are you just suggesting us come back and then continuing to shoot Supernatural until we die?
Well, on Supernatural, nobody ever really dies. I do also love that idea. That was a comma, not like I love it. Because I like, comma, love it. It's been a while.
Oh my God.
It's okay, words are hard.
Words are totally hard and stuff. As a matter of fact, words are difficult. I liked it. Loved it.
Stop it. What do you see? What do you see it as? How do you see a reboot?
I think seeing the whole family come back together for something absolutely world-endingly massive. Apocalypse Part 8.
We're getting older. It's more difficult to film those kind of big old apocalyptic scenes. Yeah.
My dream episode would be to see Adam come out of the cage.
That'd be awesome.
Did Jake pay you to come up here today?
Jake's also a fresh and welcomed Texan. He is now 11. Take it easy. Wow. Is that a peacock? What is that?
Well, thank you.
Thank you, spirit animal. Yes, thank you. Hopefully we get to explore it. I will say this, whatever the storyline is, I think it's absolutely imperative that Jensen and I have a strong hand, the strongest hand, in what it's going to be about. Thank you. I'm glad you're all right. How are you?
So my question is, I wanted to ask you guys when you kind of knew, you guys are on the road less traveled, kind of in acting and doing music. So when was the moment that you kind of knew, I can trust myself, this is the path that I'm supposed to be on? So what is your advice around following that path and knowing, this is for me, even though it's not the traditional kind of route of things?
I have an interesting, maybe not expected answer to that, which is still not yet, and I hope not ever. Which is to say, I guess, that I've found myself really interested in questioning myself lately. Not questioning like doubting, but saying like, hey, what else is out there? I always tell Jen, we were talking about the kids, and we'll get together at night after putting them to bed and talk about whatever they're going through. And I always say, I just want the kids to be kind and curious. That's all. Like whatever they do for a living, whether it's something or nothing, if they're kind and curious, I think everything falls in line. So I hope to remain curious about what I'm doing. Not that I'm doubting what I'm doing, but if I do it and it doesn't become successful, or if no one cares, then it's fine, because I'm just trying different things in life. And so I think I'm still, hopefully until the day I die, I'm still going like, what else should I try? What else might I have fun with? It's a big world out there, and I'm hoping to get to explore.
Yeah, yes, I had the initial same reaction of I wouldn't say that I know that I'm on the right path, or that I'm doing what I'm supposed to be doing. And I think that's largely because I continue to be curious about a lot of things. And I know that what I'm doing is fulfilling, and it is, I'm grateful for it. But, it's kind of like, I don't want to stop moving. And I think if I can fill my life with, aside from my family and friends that give me a lot, but if I can fill my life with interests that are fulfilling, that's what I'm striving to do. Getting paid for those is the trick. If you can figure out a way to get paid to do that, then that's the magic ticket. But again, I agree with Jared. I never want to stop being curious and stop learning, because I think ultimately that's where I want to be, whatever that looks like.
Thank you so much.
Hi, my name is Jensen.
Oh, great. Another one.
Another one! Hi, Jensen.
Hey, Jensen.
How's it going?
Hi, Jensen.
How's it going, you?
Let me ask you this. What do people call you as like a nickname or anything like that?
Jens.
Jens?
Yeah.
Okay.
Or Jen. And I'm like, dude, that's a girl name. It's such a chick name. Stop it.
Jenny.
Jennifer.
What's your last name?
Not Ackles Pacenti.
Wait, say it again?
Pacenti.
So they could say JP.
I say
Yeah.
JP.
Yeah.
So you're Jensen and JP.
He gets JP. Just had a moment.
We just had moments here.
That's amazing. My name's Jensen. People call me JP. What? Okay. What's your question?
My question is, what is your both of your guys' most embarrassing moments in life?
I liked you more when you were JP. I guess I've been on TMZ a couple times. I don't know if embarrassing is the right word, or humiliating is better, or shameful. But each time. Yeah, I think let me say also, I'm grateful that phones didn't exist when I was in high school. Hashtag samesies. Because we're all human, and we all do some stuff that, there are a few takebacks that I like, but I've learned from each one and let it make me a better person, so I'll take it.
Too many to count, yeah. And you know what? That's embarrassing. Right here, right now, knowing that there's so many I can't. I'll give you a recent embarrassing story. How about that? Because there's a lot to look back and be like and shudder at. I was a year ago. I was doing a show called The Boys, and the first day that I stepped on the set was the scene where my character comes out of this like cryogenic chamber and is revealed. And
Are you allowed to say that?
yeah, it's been in the teaser. You've seen the teaser or the trailer. And so first day on set, walk up, and I don't have my outfit on. I have a robe on, and I'm like, "Hi, nice to meet you. Hi, guys, I'm Jensen.
Slow it down a second. Let me visualize it.
You need a baseline for this? Is that? Yeah, there you go. And so they're like, all right, Jensen, come on over here. You're going to be in this tank thing, and just step on in, and we'll go ahead and take your robe. And so I got in there, and the door opens, and there's Carl and the rest of the cast, and then there's this whole crew who I've never met. I just met them 5 minutes ago. And I step out, and nothing between me and them but a sock. That was, funny, they were all looking at me like that too.
Who were you pointing at?
Me. Wait, what are you talking about? What's that?
There's a sock on your nose.
Oh, yeah.
It's not like the point, Jensen.
There was a point. No, I had a point, and there was, hang on now.
Hang on.
Wait.
So you go from having a point to saying, hang on?
Right, well, so, chalk another one up for embarrassing moments.
But chalk it up.
Anyway, we can move on.
Now this is the most embarrassing moment. Thank you, Jensen and JP. Hi there.
My name's Veronica. So.
What's your last name? Just kidding.
Do you want to know my last name?
No, sure, creepo.
What's your address? Where do you keep your valuables?
Okay, so in the show, Dean is afraid of leprechauns, and Sam, you're afraid of cats. In real life,
Clowns.
well, yeah, clowns with cats too.
Sam doesn't like cats. I think he was yellow fever. But you could be right. I'm not sure.
And I just want to say,
I like it.
if a leprechaun walked in here right now, who wouldn't be afraid of it? Not just Dean, you know. I think that's a universal fear. And in my mind, I am only seeing the horror movie version. I'm not seeing the Lucky Charms. I'm seeing the horror, like, Chucky version of Leprechaun. Sorry. Yes, there are fears, great fears.
So in real life, what are your fears?
Bears. I don't like run from them, but I don't have any desire. If a bear walked into here, I think I'd be more scared than if a leprechaun walked in here.
Not true.
Oh, it's a leprechaun. Oh, it's a bear.
Yeah, then it attacks you.
No, I'm hell and gone once a bear walks in. I'm not best with the bear.
Did
I'm
you
best
see
with
the video that's on the internet now of the bear going after the two little moose?
No, and I don't want to hear about
Moose.
it.
And
I don't want to hear about it.
And the moose chases him off. The moose wins. Until the bigger bear came and beat everybody. Bears. All bears?
I mean, do you want
And panda? Panda bears?
It's still a bear.
A koala?
They're cute.
Thank you. So specifically, what do you, is it a grizzly?
Yeah. There's
Okay.
nothing you can do. You can't
What
climb a
about,
tree.
what about a
You
nice
can't
little black bear? Brown
Still
bear?
scared.
Polar bears.
Polar is terrifying. Like 20 feet big.
West Hollywood bear?
Long.
All right, I'm glad we cleared that out.
So there are a few types of cuddly bears.
We lost it in the front row here.
Yeah, bears. And leprechauns legit.
Yeah, leprechaun's legit. Okay, so he is, he's afraid of bears. I would say I have a pretty good fear of, this is gonna sound weird because of where we are, of crowded places. I was, just 2 days ago, I had to go get my kid's passport renewed. So I was sitting in the Travis County Clerk's office in Austin, and
I've been there. Back to JP's question.
and it,
I have another fear. That's my right.
but like the place just started filling. It was like a DMV. It just starts filling up, and there's so many people in there, and I just kept staring at the door, and I don't know. It's legit.
What about you? What's your fear, Veronica?
Ooh, sharks?
Ah, see, sharks. Yes. When you're in the ocean, not so much if you're driving on the highway. But yeah.
She's not driving on the highway or in the ocean right now. She's still scared of sharks.
Yeah, but you're not in the woods, and you're still afraid of bears.
A bear could be here.
I'm sure there are a few in there.
Cliff? My eyes out. See, thank you so much. Stay away from sharks.
I don't know. Could be.
Thanks for your
They're
question.
lovely.
Hello there.
Hi.
Hi.
Hello, bear.
So I know we're all really, really sad to see Supernatural is no longer on the air. But after playing characters that did the right thing but were usually on the wrong side of the law,
Whoa.
how has it been playing new characters now that kind of have you putting on the badge?
Yeah, great question. Funny. That's a great question. I feel like Sam and Cordell, for me at least, the way I kind of approach them, they're both, thank you, they're both humans, which means they are flawed, and they're trying to do the right thing as they understand it. And sometimes that manifests itself not perfectly, as far as with the character, but by and large, they've acknowledged that they've made mistakes, they will make mistakes, but they're going to try and do more good than bad.
I mean, I haven't gotten really into the bow of it all just yet, so I'm still waiting to kind of figure out what that looks like. But I will say that, you know, for Dean, probably more for Dean than Sam, but he kind of, he did a lot of good the wrong way. Or he did the wrong things for the right reasons. I like characters like that. I like the, you know, they may not do it legally, but they're doing it for the right reason kind of a thing. And I feel like if I can bring a little of that into this new character, which I think is happening. You see that in just that one episode I did. I was like, listen, we gotta bend some rules. Let's bend some rules. And I like the idea of bending and breaking the rules for the right reasons.
Hi there.
Hey, Aaron and Sarah. Woo! Okay, I see you. Silhouette.
I thought she was saying that was her name. My name is Emily. Shout out to my sister Sarah. I thought it was just like German or
It
something.
probably was.
No, just Emily, that's my name.
Just Emily.
So I'm a mental health therapist and I work with children and family mostly. So I was wondering if I was to conduct a family therapy session with Sam and Dean, how would that
I can tell you real quick, Dean would be up and out of there in about 30 seconds. I ain't talking about this stuff. Whatever.
And I'd be like, I told you not
That
to bring
bowl
that
of
up in
candy
front of
in the lobby, is that free for everybody? Can I get that?
And then Sam would be like, I told you not to bring that up in front of Dean. Yeah, I think, you know what's funny? I think Sam and Dean are, I think if you were in a session with Sam independently or Dean independently, you'd probably get a lot more done at first. They'd probably need a few of those before getting into past family traumas. But I know they love the shit out of each other, so they want each other to get healthy and physically and mentally. So maybe we just found our idea for the reboot. It's gonna be this. It's not the Sopranos. It's the Sopranos.
What is just a curious question, what, like, if you were to dealing with somebody like Dean, who's probably not willing to share or not willing to open up, at least in the offset, do you just kind of have to just sit back and wait until that person comes around, or are there tools of the trade that you utilize to make them want to share?
A lot of the time, I go at the pace that the client wants to go at. So I've actually sat in session in complete silence with like Defying Kids for like 45 minutes to an hour.
That's some Goodwill Hunting stuff right there. That's awesome.
Yeah. And then one time at the very, very end, we started talking about fried chicken, and that's kind of how we like bridged the gap and, you know, broke the ice and stuff. But I waited for him.
I think Dean would like that.
Yeah, you could have probably brought up fried chicken at the beginning of that. Dean would have been all in. And then you would have had him like crying in 30 minutes over pie. So, yeah. Thank you for your work. Yeah, thank you.
Hello there.
I'm Jen. I'm from Ohio.
Hi, Jen.
Is there anything that you wish Sam and Dean would have gotten to do that they didn't?
That they did that we didn't.
That Sam and Dean would have gotten to do that they didn't get to do when the show ended?
Oh gosh.
I mean, we always talked about, you know, what a real vacation looked like for the boys. And it's not something that they really ever got to truly have. It was just a break. Even when they would try to have a break, something would follow them.